Welcome to the Politricks Watch. This is Serpi. Now, you might have seen in the news some major raids took place against some Diet Coke traffickers. I will tell you about it because it's actually much bigger than you think, and I don't even think this is the end of it. It could really just be the start before you see a domino effect, because in a them world, people connect to people, and when they catch one, the next one start talk, and the next one tumble, so on and so forth. So, we're going to talk about it today. But before we go any further, I want to send a Patreon birthday shout out. It's actually a belated birthday because it was on the 19th, right? But nevertheless, this one goes out to Alton Graham, aka Alton G. You don't know where this is coming from, your little brother, David G. And him send a special message to you to make you know, say, him credit you as being a major part of the reason why him stay on a positive path. I tell them it's enough time youths look up to a elder brother, look up to them father, look up to them uncle, and somebody who can guide them. And Alton, your brother David credit you for helping, turning him to the man that he is today. So big up yourself. Hope you had a great day. Live long and prosper. See? So, let's move into the video. So, the security forces in Jamaica carried out a number of raids. All of the places some of them raid were upscale communities, upscale apartments, because we are talking about big money. Obviously, nobody push Diet Coke, right, if you go live in a one community where them are worried about if the roof will leak. So, them can buy the best apartments, build the best house, as you can imagine. You get to understand, say, some of the neighbors them who live in these communities, live in the apartment, when them see what go down, them couldn't believe it. Because, you know it already, when you spend that kind of money, to buy a nice luxury apartment or move into a quote-unquote upscale neighborhood, you're thinking you're not seeing the police again. You're thinking you're away from the police raids because you're not living in Johns Road, you're not living in Marshman Road, you're not living in Rima. So you're not going to see the police and a soldier, and you can't lie down in your bed comfortable at night time. That's not how it works. You see, your neighbor them in your fancy apartment or upscale community, your neighbor might not be sci-fi or J-Bad, right? So you're not going to see them type of raid there. But your neighbor could very well be a 116. Your neighbor could be one of the biggest Diet Coke pushers in Jamaica. So when them get raid, it won't be just JDF and JCF involved. It might be Uncle Sam. What am I talking about? The operation honestly take place involve a whole heap of letters. MOCA, FID, JCF, JDF, US, DEA. Yes. Uncle Sam played a role in this. US Marshals were also involved in the whole effort. Of course, a JCF and JDF lead it because it's on Jamaican soil, but the intel against the man them, Uncle Sam, had a big role in it. A matter of fact, some of the man them with them hold on pan will be getting shipped out straight to Uncle Sam. Papers them already signed up and everything. We are talking about big operations. And this is not surprising because once certain people start get locked up on Uncle Sam shore, on the know say, them not stop until them find out who you are work for. Uncle Sam hold on pan you, right, might catch you with one half a key, maybe a key. Once him show you say, boy, you have faced this amount of time, Right. It's either you go do the time, or they make you know who you are work for. You think somebody go hold it out for you? You think somebody want to go in a US federal prison for you? Remember, even the biggest Mexican pushers, even the biggest Colombian pushers, are one thing them afraid of. And it's a Uncle Sam jailhouse. Them not depend on that. It no matter how big them want to be. Them could have be El Jefe, El Patron. Them none of that. Right. Once man start hear them kind of talk there, people are going to leak. So, Uncle Sam get them intel, and them get some intel from some people them they really want, and of course, them work with Jamaican authorities, and now them get some of the people them. So some of the man them are get pushed out straight to America. And even before it was announced, say DEA and them people help play their role night, I had a good idea say Uncle Sam was involved somehow because see, Jamaica is not known for going very hard on diet coke pushers of this magnitude. Yes, them will hold on for one little herbs man here and there. Them will hold on for a man who sell diet coke maybe at a small time level, right? Maybe medium, but when it comes down to the real heavyweight pushers, normally them live comfortable in Jamaica because them can put their money in their favorite squaddy pocket, they can put their money in their favorite politician's pocket, and next thing you know, people start looking the next way. And even in these raids, one of the people when they hold on was a police officer. I'm not surprised, and I'm sure you're not either. In all of this, there is always some crooked police officer mixed up in them things. It simply cannot work without the help of the police. You're going to need somebody to tell you say, police are come. You're going to need somebody to tell other police say, no man, don't go over there sir, go over here sir, and throw them off the trail. So if you see a network a tumble, and you not hear say a crooked squad a tumble with it, then that network is not the real one. Let me say this again. If you see any network a tumble at Jamaica, and it does not involve somebody who is a part of the legal authority in Jamaica, whether it be police or customs or something like that, it's not the real network. If you hear say them find a gun network, and one time you look, a beer criminal night, you not see no police, you not see no customs agent, you not see no JDF, you not see no Coast Guard, you not see no politician, that is not the real network. The real one must involve people from them field. Must. Because criminals on their own cannot get past certain system, no matter how good them be. Nobody no lucky so. I said this in a long time video and I stand by it. How we are gonna know when time Jamaica really a shake up criminal networks is when time you're going to see large amounts of people who are quote unquote in the system falling with the 87s and the 90s and the 116s. When the 87 alone or the 90 alone a fall and the squaddy will help him now fall too, the customs man will help him now fall too, the politician will help him now fall too, then all them gonna do is just replace them people. Because you can easily replace a 90, you can easily replace a 87. So when time when you see police in the news get catch by CTAC and CTAC announce them carry out operations against 3 police officers and people say that's a bad look for Jamaica. On the surface, yeah. But it's a good look in the long term. How is Jamaica supposed to progress if them don't flush out the criminal elements inside the system? You see, we're more concerned with saving face and looking good than actually bettering the country. That I realize. Because I realize enough people would rather everybody just be quiet about what's really going on in Jamaica. Don't talk about it, right, and appear like the things is well, even though people are dead like fly. Right? But then as long as on the surface it look like things good, then we can all be happy. Complete nonsense. That is the type of mindset we keep Sissoko and them place there busy. Because it don't just apply to gunman, but right across the board. Jamaica, top 3, top 2, sometime number 1 on the murder charts for the entire region, for the world. But we must hush hush so it don't look too bad. That mindset spill over into children who get molested. Well, yes, them a violate the little pitney, but if nobody hear about it, then it a go look bad for we. So me could just hush hush, not say nothing. Just left the man and the pitney at the yard so that it don't look too bad. Who cares about the pitney getting molested? Who cares what that little girl is going through? As long as we don't look bad in the community, everything alright. As long as nobody don't say about we alright. That's the mindset. Who cares if Jamaica is top 3, Jamaica is number 1 for murder charge? Who cares? Who cares if the whole of Salt Spring get wiped out? Who cares if the whole of Janjol get wiped out? As long as we look good on the surface and nobody not talk about Jamaica and the murder, everything alright. These are the people who help make Jamaica the way they. Because when Jamaica was losing it, These were the people who dominate the narrative and talk about, no put no focus on the crime. I could talk about jerk chicken and white sun. I could talk about the fact that Billy Joe and Gwyneth love jerk chicken. Irie man, no problem man. That Irie man image was a smoke screen. But in the real Jamaica, people are getting wiped out, and enough people never even know. The amount of people who contact me all the time and say, since them start watch the channel, them understand what going on in Jamaica. Jamaicans never know what going on in Jamaica. Jamaicans never know what going on in certain communities. I was very surprised to see the response to the Charmaine Ratry and Joet Lynch video. People who spend them whole life at Jamaica say they just hear something about it. They never understand how gruesome that case was. No man, nobody talk about that man. I don't want to look too bad. I could pretend like say everything Irie. I could pretend like say Jamaica is Japan, Singapore, nothing going on Jamaica man. These people are political bootlickers. You know who they're really defending? The PNP and the JLP. Because when you talk about the issues, they never go talk about the people who fail to address those issues, and that is them favorite political party. Where BBC and CNN and Fox and anything to do. Them talk about American issues and British issues, and them talk about Canadian issues. Where Joe Rogan and Tucker Carlson and them wanna talk about issues in their country. Sometimes I get some kind of article say, them man retire, man resign, man step down. And when I look on the reasons, I'm like, that's the reason why them step down? In a Jamaica, that wouldn't even be news. That would be a one-day story. But in a them country, for them media, for them blogs, for them commentators, put their leaders under so much pressure that them man step down for some things where I can assure you no Jamaican leader would ever step down for that. Because accountability is a joke in a Jamaica. The Americans and the British and the French and the Canadians keep for them leaders under constant pressure. But in Jamaica, we have political bootlickers, right, who are loyal to them party more than they're loyal to their country, telling us, say, yo, why stop talking about that now, man. Look talk about jerk chicken. Look how much jerk chicken sell. Look how much Billy Joe go Jamaica and tell us that Jamaica is so nice and I'm not getting a problem. That's a Billy Joe. Billy Joe and Gwyneth Jamaica is not the same as my Jamaica. Let me say that again. Billy Joe and Gwyneth Jamaica is not the same as my Jamaica. It's not the same as the Jamaica where people see at John's Road. It's not the same Jamaica where people see at Salt Spring, Rima, Tivoli. It's not the same Jamaica. They might walk on the same piece of rock, yes. They might even move to Jamaica, but it's a different experience. So eat your jerk chicken, drink your beer, and walk around and take a picture of them, but don't pretend like you understand the Jamaica that is not, keyword not, on the tourist board poster them. It's a completely different world. Anyway, I can see what's going on with them radar. I have a feeling it might get really interesting because Damn knows I go tumble, and man I go say him now gone to jail for nobody, and name and call, so I could say go. Anyway, Ultra Squad, big up on yourself. Yeah, you don't know, go live. Ultra Squad, see you circling. Bless.